Now, many of you already know that each and every week on Tuesday we get to see the NAV insurance registration from some of our favorite EV stocks like Nio. And I see on the screen from the period which started last week on Monday until Saturday, Nio saw total NAV insurance registrations of around 3,500. These then results in Nio having total NAV insurance registration from the 1st to the 15th of October to be around, or to currently sit around 5,100. Now, I know this is a low figure, a low number, and yeah, I must say I'm a bit disappointed because especially now in Q4, so many of the people, including myself, were expecting Nio to deliver good or high NAV insurance registrations because, ladies and gents, you know that last week it is the week that after that long holiday that took place in China from the 29th to the 6th of October. Last week was the very first week where we saw everything returning back to normal, and to get to see Nio reporting or having 3,500 NAV insurance registration, I must say it is a bit disappointing. But nonetheless, ladies and gents, we move forward, and I would really like to see the kind of NAV insurance registration numbers that Nio is going to report for the coming weeks. I mean, so many of the people, including myself, I was expecting Nio to at least be playing somewhere around 25,000 on an average. I was expecting, or my prediction is roughly around 25,000 for the month of October, but to see that we are getting the NAV insurance registrations of around 3,500, it simply means that we might struggle to even get to 20,000 still this month. Which, yeah, I must say it will be very interesting to see the kind of NAV insurance registrations that Nio will report in the last or in these last 2 weeks of the month. But one thing that we've been seeing, of course, from these NAV insurance registrations reports is that towards the end of the month we usually see more NAV insurance registrations, which is something that obviously can make us to conclude probably after the NAV insurance registrations for these last 2 weeks come out. But chances are, like I said, it will be very difficult, and Nio might actually deliver vehicles of between 15 and 20,000 for the October deliveries. Now, I know it's a bit sad, especially looking at the fact that there are, of course, hybrid car companies like Mizuho that saw over 10,000 or around 10,500 of NAV insurance registration for the previous week. Xpeng saw 3,200, which they are still a bit lower than Nio, but with Xpeng, you will remember that, of course, for them to make the kind of revenue that Nio generates with one car, they have to sell 2 cars. And with Lioro, I mean, they're selling hybrid cars, which, of course, they will get more vehicles on NAV insurance registrations because so many of the people, or some of the people, are still a bit hesitant, of course, going fully into electric vehicles. So hybrid tend to sort of like bridge the gap because they can still fill the car with gas if, of course, when they are traveling, as part of the vehicle is electric, while the other is still, of course, a normal gas, of course, engine. So I'm not really that worried by these numbers. But of course, before we dig deep into this video, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. And I would really appreciate if you can just hit the like button if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about Nio. I know the 3,500 NAV insurance registrations for Nio are low, but this is a company that, looking at the fundamentals, future prospects, you and me can agree that this is a company that will do pretty good in the longer term, especially looking at, of course, the kind of deliveries we could see them doing in 2024. And the reason why I'm talking about 2024 is because Nio, ladies and gents, you will know that it is a premium electric vehicle car company. They sell premium electric vehicles, and all of the Nio models at the moment that they are selling have dual motors, meaning that they've got 2 motors in their vehicles, which of course makes these vehicles to be a bit pricey, or in the high end, or on the high end when we look into this EV market. But the good thing is that in 2024, Nio, on their sub-brand, namely Alps, they'll be introducing the models with 1 motor. Instead of dual motors, they will have a single motor vehicle under their sub-brand, which is something that should be pretty good because that is going to make the vehicle to be more competitive and more cheaper or affordable to a wide range of people globally, which is something that will boost the deliveries that Nio produce on a month to month, because with that low or with that kind of an affordable car that Nio will be selling, those that buy that car will also enjoy the benefit that comes with the battery swapping station, meaning that you could even get that car cheaper and still enjoy the battery swapping station technology, which is the technology that is being deployed by Nio at the moment. So I'm very excited about this kind of news that we are getting to see. I know right now, until we launch that car, deliveries, yes, they might continue growing, but they might not grow that much. But after the launch of the sub brand, namely Alps, I think everything should change and we should see really big or robust deliveries coming from Nio. I'm very excited, and I think or I still believe that Nio deliveries, it's still for this year, are still going to continue growing, or are still going to continue picking up, especially now that we know that we are in Q4, and Q4 demand for car, or in the car market, or the car market demand tends to go higher because people are looking at getting those brand new cars as they prepare or going to the festive season. So chances are very high that we are going to see deliveries improving, which is something that is good, especially also looking into their European market where they started selling the Nio ET5 Touring yesterday. We should expect to see some good deliveries or some improvement in terms of deliveries there, because that is a model that I personally believe that so many of the European customers or Nio potential customers have been patiently waiting for. So with that, I think yes, the 3,500 is low, or it's lower than what so many of the people expected, but I think going forward we should see an improvement, especially knowing that right now in Q4 the demand for EV sales, or for the car sales in general, tend to go higher. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos. If you think that this video was amazing, don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Before you buy Nio for the very first time, it is always good that you do your own due diligence so that at least you can be comfortable as you are investing onto this stock. I mean, one thing for sure is that, ladies and gents, I so much wish that the kind of NAV insurance registrations that we are seeing onto a company like Nio was the kind of NAV insurance registrations that we're seeing onto Nio. But I think our time will come. We just have to persevere through this, of course, short-term sort of like headwinds, and our time will come. We'll get to that point where we deliver more vehicles in the near future. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.